Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and updates. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how Lonzo Ball was spotted in LA working out just the other day. I'm also going to be talking about a free agent target that Bleacher Report did link us to just the other day as well. And I'm going to be talking about how I expect the Chicago Bulls to add a lot of three-point shooting to this roster in this upcoming offseason. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and it helps me out a lot, and some comments and questions below today's video talking about these topics. Also check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was breaking down the whole Chicago Bulls roster. I was talking about who I believe will return, who's more than likely going to let walk in free agency, and who might be a possible trade candidate in this upcoming offseason. But either way, let's just jump right into it, because I was quite surprised when I saw this Instagram post just the other day. Lonzo Ball was spotted in LA at Conquer Fitness. It's a gym in LA. They put out a quick little picture and a video. It wasn't nothing much, honestly, but hopefully this is a good sign to see that Lonzo has already started his off-season workouts, and it's more than likely, hopefully, that he's not going to need another, I'd say, knee surgery in this upcoming offseason, because the Bulls obviously missed Lonzo Ball badly for the second half of the season, and especially versus the Bucks. I believe he could have made a huge difference in the NBA playoffs with his amazing defense. He's probably the Bulls' best defender, easily, actually, in my opinion, and he's probably the Bulls' best three-point shooter. And Casey Johnson put out an article just the other day talking about how important Lonzo Ball is to this team. I know he's gotten some hate as of late about some Bulls fans saying the Bulls overpaid for him and how he's injury prone. We shouldn't have gave him all that money. And I do understand both sides of that book, but either way, if he is healthy, he's one of the best defensive players in the NBA. And when Lonzo Ball is healthy, the Bulls have a .62 winning percentage, and Lonzo Ball was also putting up all career high numbers. He was averaging about 13 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5 assists, also shooting amazing from three-point range and amazing defense all season long. And the next percentage is .76% is the number you're focused on when it comes to Lonzo Ball. That's the percent of games he has surpassed just once in his first 5 seasons in the league. Lonzo Ball has been really injury prone. I think we all know that. Hopefully he could get his knee right throughout this offseason. Hopefully he won't need left knee surgery or whatever he has bothering him anymore. Who knows, because he just had surgery. I thought it was back in January or February, and he's still experiencing pain, or at least he was near the end of the Bulls season and playoffs. So no matter what, as long as he gets right for this season, I believe a backcourt of Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine will be deadly next season. Hopefully Lonzo can get 100% healthy in this offseason. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that whole situation, but definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Lonzo Ball recently being spotted in LA, already starting his off-season workouts. Hopefully that's good news. Hopefully he doesn't need surgery again, but I will keep you guys updated on that topic. But either way, just yesterday, Bleacher Report did put out an article, and they were ranking and just listing a bunch of, I'd say, best fits for free agents in this upcoming offseason. And the Chicago Bulls were linked to TJ Warren, and I haven't heard of this name in about a year or two. And Bleacher Report did list Chicago, Cleveland, and Sacramento as potential landing spots. And this is the part that's kind of iffy. I haven't heard of his name in a while, so I did some research. And Bleacher Report also said by the time next season tips off, it will be nearly 2 years since TJ Warren has played in his last NBA game. He's had some injuries here and there. He's had some foot problems, which is definitely not a great sign to hear. But no matter what, I think heading into the offseason, obviously I do expect the Bulls to max out Zach LaVine. The Bulls are going to be tight on cash, and TJ Warren might be a high risk, high reward, I'd say, in my opinion. And with him being out 2+ years almost, and the Pacers more than likely looking to rebuild in this offseason, I would expect them to let him walk, especially with him not playing 2 years. So even though it is a high risk, I believe he could be a high reward pickup in my opinion. When he is healthy, he's been really solid in the NBA. He's only 28 years old, and I believe due to his injury and not playing in 2 years, the Bulls could get him for a cheaper deal than expected. He is a 6'8" small forward, like I just said, only 28 years old. He only played 4 games for this season, but back in 2019, he played really well for the Pacers. In 67 games, he did play about 33 minutes, and he averaged 20 points per game, shooting 54% from the field and about 40% from three-point range. Also 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and almost a block per game as well. I know the risk is definitely there, but if the Bulls could get him for cheap, I would be down. This man knows how to score the basketball. He played really well in the bubble just a few years back as well. He's also really solid on the defensive end. If the Bulls could get him for cheap, I'd definitely be interested. Let me know below today's video what you guys think about Bleacher Report linking him to the Chicago Bulls as a potential landing spot. If the Bulls could bring him in for cheap, I'm definitely interested. The Bulls need to add three-point shooting, and that's going to be jumping into our last topic in today's video. You know, the Chicago Bulls, they shot the three-point shot pretty well throughout the season. Obviously, in the playoffs, they really struggled. But Casey Johnson did put out this tweet a few weeks back during the NBA playoffs, and the Bulls' offensive rating in the playoffs was miserable. You could blame that on injuries, missing Lonzo Ball and all that, but whatever. You know, the Bucks' defense obviously is elite as well, but the Chicago Bulls were almost 10 points behind the next-to-last team, and that just truly shows how much of a struggle shot-making was in the playoffs, and especially three-point shooting. If you want to be an elite team in the NBA playoffs, you need to have three-point shooters, and especially with the Bulls. You know, I felt like the Bulls got good looks from three-point range, especially in the playoffs versus the Bucks, because the Bucks were allowing the Bulls to take open threes. The Bulls just couldn't knock them down. You know, Coby White struggled, Zach struggled. Obviously, they were walling off DeMar, and he struggled. Vucevic's shooting percentages were all over the place. So hopefully in this upcoming offseason, the Chicago Bulls add a lot of three-point shooting and hopefully some 3-and-D type players like TJ Warren. I believe he'd be a great underrated pickup. You know, the Bulls' three-point percentage was 28% in the NBA playoffs. They're also only 27% on open three-pointers and about 31% on wide open three-pointers. Those are terrible percentages. You need to knock down the three ball at a high rate to be, I'd just say, be an elite team in the NBA playoffs and go far in the NBA playoffs. Obviously, getting Lonzo Ball back next season will obviously help that, but at the same time, the Bulls need to add some three-point shooting to this roster. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bulls did trade Coby White. You know, I know he was probably one of the Bulls' best three-point shooters on paper, but at the same time, he's just too inconsistent. He's still making the same mistakes he's made for 3 to 4 years now. I plan to make a future video talking about Coby White, but I just don't see him, I'd say, returning next season. If the Bulls do make any trades, I do expect him to be in the trade package. But either way, let me know below today's video about all the topics I talked about and broke down. Definitely check out my last video. I was doing a player recap and breaking down all the players' games and who I expect to be back, walk, in free agency, or possibly on the trade market. But either way, let me know about all the topics. Obviously, Lonzo Ball's knee injury and all the updates on him. TJ Warren being a possible free agent target for the Chicago Bulls, and the Bulls' lack of three-point shooters that I hope they do upgrade in this offseason. But either way, thank you guys for watching today's video. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. It means everything to me. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.